You know how music just gets you? How it can make you feel something so strongly? Well, it's not by accident. Today, we're going to crack the code. We're pulling back the curtain on the hidden blueprint of pretty much all music, the scale. I mean, think about it, right? One song comes on and you feel like you could run a marathon. The next one comes on and you're reaching for the tissues. How in the world does that happen? How can a few sounds completely change your mood? While, believe it or not, it isn't magic, it's actually a system, a structure. It's like every song has a secret architectural blueprint that lays out exactly how to build a specific feeling, brick by brick, note by note. So let's jump right in and take a look at that blueprint. We are talking about scales, the absolute foundation of music. And I'm telling you, this one idea is going to completely change how you listen to every song you love, forever. Okay, so what is a scale? It sounds kind of technical, but it's actually super simple. All it is you pick a starting note, any note, and then you just follow a specific fixed pattern of steps to find all the other notes. That's it. A starting point plus a pattern, boom, you've got a step. So, why bother? Why do these things even matter? Well, think of scales as the rules of the game. They're like the bouncers at the club, deciding which notes get in and which ones gotta stay out. This is what stops music from just being a random jumble of sounds. It's what keeps it in tune. And most importantly, it's the #1 tool for creating a mood. All right, first up, let's crack the happy code. If a song sounds bright, upbeat, confident, chances are it's using the major scale. This is the king of pop music, the sound of celebration. And this right here is the secret formula. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's it. W stands for a whole step, H for a half step. This little pattern is basically the DNA for almost every happy-sounding song you've ever heard. Seriously. Let's try it out. Remember the pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So if we start on a C, we take a whole step up to D, another whole step to E, now a little half step to F, and if you keep following that pattern all the way up, you land right back on C. And you've just built the C major scale. And the sound it makes? Well, you already know it. It's bright, it's happy, it feels open and confident. You hear it in your favorite pop hits, in anthems at sporting events. It's the sound of victory and good times. But, music isn't always sunshine and rainbows, right? For all those other feelings, the sad, the dramatic, the thoughtful moods, we flip the coin. We turn to the emotional code, the minor scale. Now check this out. Look at the pattern for minor scales. Whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. See how similar it is to the major scale? We just moved a couple of those half steps around. It seems like a tiny, tiny change to the blueprint, but oh man, it changes everything. And the feeling it creates is just completely different. This is the sound of sadness, of deep emotion. It's darker, it's more introspective. This is the go-to sound for those epic movie ballads, or that song you put on after a breakup. So let's put them side by side. On one hand, you've got the major scale, happy, confident, and bright. Think pop music. On the other, the minor scale, sad, emotional, and dark. Think ballads and film scores. It's amazing, isn't it? 2 simple codes for 2 totally different human experiences. Okay, but here's where it gets really, really cool. Brace yourself for this one. The C major scale we just built, and a scale called A minor, they use the exact same 7 notes. I'm not kidding. So how can the very same notes sound both happy and sad? What's the deal? And here it is. This is the big secret. The mood isn't in the notes themselves. It's all about their relationships, and specifically, which note feels like home. It's all about the starting point. You change that home base and you change the entire emotional gravity of the music. Mind-blowing, right? All right, so theory's cool, but let's get our hands dirty. How can you, right now, figure out the code for any song you love? It's way easier than you think. Let's do it. First things first, the #1 most important skill here is learning to find what we call the home note. So the home note, musicians call it the tonic, is basically the song's center of gravity. It's that one note that feels resolved, finished, like you've finally arrived home after a long journey. Everything else in the song is either pulling you toward it or pushing you away from it. And here's a super easy trick to find it. Just play any song you want and then hit pause right in the middle of it. Now try humming a few different notes out loud. I promise you, one of them will just feel right. It'll feel stable and settled. That's your home note. A little cheat code? It's almost always the very last note of the entire song. Okay, so once you've found your home note, you're like 90% of the way there. There's just one last piece to the puzzle, and it's the easiest one. Just check the mood. This is your final test. Just ask yourself, does the song feel generally happy and bright? Then it's almost definitely major. Or is it more on the sad and emotional side? Then you're almost certainly looking at a minor scale. It's really that simple. And that's it. You just put the two clues together. Let's say you were listening to a song and you figured out that the home note was A. Then you take a step back and realize the whole vibe of the song is kind of sad. Well, home note A plus a sad mood equals the A minor scale. See? You just cracked the code. So there you have it. You now have the tools. You understand the blueprint. You know that the emotions you feel from music aren't just random magic. They're built by design. So my question to you is, what codes are you going to unlock in the music you love? Go listen.